everyone, welcome back. Let's think about what we've been talking about and practicing and whisper everything you can think of that we have been doing. We have compared and contrasted 2 pictures, 2 words, and 2 stories, haven't we? And we have been doing that using a Venn diagram and multiple choice questions. And remember last time, we added yet another way to compare and contrast a set of paired passages. Do you remember what that strategy is? It's the race writing strategy, or races. And how is using this strategy just a little different now since we have 2 passages or paired passages instead of just 1? The question will be about both texts, and so we have to cite text evidence from both texts, don't we? But besides that, it is very much like using the race strategy for one text. Let's quickly review the race strategy for paired passages. What does the R stand for and what color do we use? Restate the question and it's green. And what does the A stand for and what color do we use for A? Answer the question and it's pink. What does the C stand for and what color do we use for C? Cite text evidence and it's blue. But remember, we're going to use light blue for the ideas from the first text and darker blue for the ideas from the second text. And we can start these text evidence sentences with words like the first passage says, or the author of blank says, and you fill in the title, or in the second text it says, and other ways similar to that. And now, what does the E stand for and what color do we use for E? Explain and it's orange. And we can start these explaining sentences with words like this shows, this means, or I know. And if you use the races strategy, you would add a sentence at the end to sum it up. Okay, remember last time we looked at a sample written answer about the 2 sports stories and we found the different parts, the R, A, 2C, and the E part. Now let's look at a sample written answer about the paired selections, plant growth and Karen's plants. Remember those? The question says, what is a main idea found in both passages? Use information from both passages to support your answer. And follow along as I read the answer. A main idea found in both passages is that plants grow at different speeds. In plant growth, it says that an oak tree takes about 20 years to grow, but a sunflower only takes about 3 months to grow. In Karen's plants, Karen notices that same thing, that in 3 months her sunflowers have grown taller than her, but the acorn she planted the year before was much slower at growing. She said she would have to be patient while she waited for it to grow into an oak tree. This shows that if you want to plant a plant to grow from a seed more quickly, you should plant a flower seed instead of tree seeds. Did you notice how this includes specific details from both passages? That is what we have to do when we have a question about paired passages. Let's find the parts in this answer. So the question was, what is the main idea found in both passages? Whisper which part here is the R part. This part here. A main idea found in both passages is that. So we underline that in green like the poster and check off the R box at the bottom. Now find and whisper the A part. Plants grow at different speeds. That answers the question. So we underline it in pink and check it off. Now find and whisper the C part from the first passage. Yes, in plant growth it says that an oak tree takes about 20 years to grow, but a sunflower only takes about 3 months to grow. So we underline that in light blue, and at the bottom let's check off the part of the C box that has that first text. That means we have text evidence from the first text. Now find and whisper text evidence from the second passage. This part here. In Karen's plants, Karen notices that same thing, that in 3 months her sunflowers have grown taller than her, but the acorn she planted the year before was much slower at growing. She said she would have to be patient while she waited for it to grow into an oak tree. So we underline that in darker blue and check off that text number 2 in the C box to show that we now have text evidence from the second text as well. And notice the way that these sentences started. In plant growth and in Karen's plants. So the reader will know where we got these ideas from. And finally, find and whisper the E part. Right here. This shows that if you want a plant to grow from a seed more quickly, you should plant flower seeds instead of a tree seed. That is a comment or idea from our own minds. So we underline that in orange, like our E poster, and check off the E box at the bottom. And if you use the S part as well, you would also have a sentence to sum it up at the end, like, different plant seeds definitely grow at different speeds. And now it's time for What's Wrong? This is the same question, but see if you can figure out what is wrong with this. What is a main idea found in both passages? Plants grow at different speeds. In both texts, it says that oak trees take 20 years to grow and sunflowers take 3 months to grow. This shows that if you want a plant to grow from a seed more quickly, you should plant flower seeds instead of tree seeds. And now whisper what you think is wrong. And now whisper yes or no. Did it restate the question? No, it did not. It should have started by saying, a main idea found in both passages is. And now whisper yes or no. Did it answer the question correctly? Yes, it did. It said plants grow at different speeds, which is a correct main idea of both passages. Did it cite text evidence to prove that? No, it did not. The second text did not say that it takes 20 years for the tree to grow, but this answer said that both texts said that, so that's not even accurate or correct text evidence. We need to accurately give text evidence. Okay, and does it explain? Let's see, it says, this shows that if you want a plant to grow from a seed more quickly, you should plant flower seeds instead of tree seeds. Whisper yes or no. Does that explain some ideas about the text evidence or that big idea answer of the speed of plant growth? Yes, it does. Okay, that's all I have for us today. Next time we will take a look at a new set of very short paired passages. See you next time.